Hello, and welcome to A Better Tech. We provide tips for using your computer to help save you time and money. If you have a specific question about using your computer, feel free to let us know in the comments. Today I'm going to tell you about 6 things that can be done to speed up your computer. Make sure you hang out until the end of the video because I've got an extra tip that most people aren't aware of. So let's get started. First of all, you want to make sure that all your software is updated regularly. Most apps do this automatically, but it's a good idea to keep an eye on things and make sure it's getting done. Here you can see in Chrome, if you go into the settings icon here, you can go to About Chrome and it checked for updates. Most of your other programs have this option. As you can see, I need to update this one. Another thing you can do is uninstall unused programs or other bloatware. If you're not sure about a program, you can ask in the comments and I'll try to help you out. Any of these programs here that I'm not using, I could uninstall. The next thing you'll want to check is whether or not apps start up with Windows. Some of these apps you do need to start with Windows, but if you've installed a program that doesn't require it, you can shut it off. This can be done in the program settings or it can be done under Windows settings. You can see here that I've got a list of programs. I don't use my QuickBooks anymore, so I turn it off. I have my Steam come up automatically. Most programs have that ability to turn that on or off in their settings as well. The next thing you can do is disk cleanup. Make sure you run cleanup system files as well. You can go through and select all of these. You won't hurt anything if you delete everything here. This is really useful for getting rid of junk files. Depending on your hard drive, it could take a few minutes. Alright, once that's done, your computer should run a little better. But in case you need a more thorough cleanup, I'll link a video here. The 2 biggest things you can do to help your computer run better has to do with hardware. The first thing is upgrading your RAM. As you can see here, I've got 16 gig of RAM. Some computers come with 4 gig, 8 gig, 16 gig. You can even get more. If your computer has the capability of being upgraded, RAM will be one of the biggest helps to the performance of your computer. RAM stores system and program files for easier access. This helps things run smoother since the file doesn't have to be found each time. The next big thing you can do is upgrade to a solid-state drive. As you can see here, I've got a 1 terabyte solid-state drive. My computer runs much faster than it used to. You can see from these pictures that these older mechanical drives have moving parts. All the files are saved on these disks. Very slow compared to today's solid-state drives. There are no moving components in solid-state drives, and as you can tell, there's several different variations. But since there's no moving components, the read times are a lot faster, comparable to RAM, sometimes even faster than RAM. Solid-state drives can be more expensive, but the performance increase is well worth the money. The last tip I have for you that I mentioned earlier is about defrag. In older computers, this was something that would do a lot to help computer performance. Nowadays, this runs automatically under Windows. My computer's been off for a while, so I haven't had it run, but on a solid-state drive, it goes much quicker. It's not necessary that you do it all the time, but it isn't a bad idea to check and make sure it gets run regularly. As you can see here, analyzed on a scheduled cadence and optimized as needed every week. That's a default setting in Microsoft Windows. Hopefully this was helpful. If so, make sure to share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to put your computer questions in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.